Okay, hello people, how are you doing? Yeah, it's me, Oma, Bailey and Oma. People have been wondering how I practice at home. Well then, I will tell you. Some people say that, oh, do you play drums? Do you play them hard or soft? Well, I don't play them at all, really. I call this ghost drumming pretty much. This is my kit. This is my drum kit that I usually sit at in my living room. Welcome to my home. Um, so everybody's like, well, how do you practice at home if you have an upstairs, apartment? Blah 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 blah. Well, I'll show you. I have a recorder track right here. It's over here. You can't see it, but I'll run through one of the tracks real quick. But here is exactly how I practice. This kit that only has this symbol right here. Now, it's a 5-piece. We got a bass drum, which is a 15-inch or a 16-inch Gretsch. We have a Gretsch tom. We have a Gretsch here. The tom over here is a Tama, which still works for the kit. This is all a Gretsch kit. Byzance cymbals, except for the hi-hat. And I was running through really one of the tracks, and so you know what it sounds like, or what you can do when you're living in an upstairs apartment. This is how you do it. So I'll just run through one track real quick. I'm not going to put it on the feed. I'm just going to put it in my ears, and I'm just going to play it. And if you can hear me, it's probably going to be only from here. If you hear me, it's probably going to be the pedals. But this is how you do it. So let me go through one track. Ready? And here we go. Okay, so did you hear anything? If you did, whatever, cool. But on the other hand, that is the way to do exactly how you want to practice. I have a double pedal set up and everything else. I just don't have any cymbals much except for this ride cymbal. So now the idea is to visualize every bit of what you're playing when you listen to a track, when you listen to anything. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure that your pedals are not hitting anything, that your pedals are straight. You're not really using your pedals, you're using them as an idea. You got to use visualization when you're doing a lot of recording or a lot of this stuff. What's best is just to, visualize yourself, visualize the sound that you've already have, and just, see, and your hi-hat doesn't have any. If you put cymbals on there, you could end up hitting them. If you have a snare, you can end up hitting that. So you just really have to be mindful. It teaches you how to have patience. Don't make anything shake around here. So if you do that and use your pedals and everything else, everything's going to shake underneath you. So that means that everybody underneath you that lives underneath you is going to hear that or feel it underneath you. So therefore, stating you use very light sticking in the area, but over it, not on the actual heads. Because if you do that, you're just going to wreck everybody around you. So when you're playing and doing it this way, make sure you're mindful of the neighbors around you. Because if you start going, playing it really, they're not going to love you. They're not going to like you. But out of respect for your neighbors, you want to do it as soft and as silent as you can get it. Because you don't want to be like, oh, my career is actually cool, except for, when I go home and I practice, the neighbors, they're pissed off. Well, it's because you're hitting the heads, you're hitting the cymbals, you're playing it. What you want to do is visualize everything you're doing and really, really believe in what you're doing. Play it like you want, but really play like you would actually play it like it's a real drum kit. You got everything, you can play it, and really visualize yourself doing this. Because if you don't visualize it, you'll never get the concept. The concept is to practice. And through being on an upstairs apartment, you have to really dig into what works and what doesn't. So if you're just, playing it really hard and everything's shaking around you, that means everything underneath you is shaking too. That means that all their fucking, their walls are shaking. This is shaking, that's shaking down there. So what you want to do is make sure when you're sticking, you're not hitting anything, but you are visualizing yourself. Visualize always yourself. It's a good way to practice, because if if it's raining outside and it's snowing outside or something like that, and you can't go outside, you can't play it out somewhere else on a second-story apartment, you have to actually conform to that. So learn to conform in situations. That's what I would do. Learn to conform in the situation that you're in. So when you get to your gig or your practice, people are like, whoa, wait a second, you live in a second-story apartment. How in the heck did you get all this good? Well, I practiced. So please decide to actually play in manners where you can still play and nobody around you is dishonored or disgraced because they're like, oh, it's too loud. Why is he playing his drum kit? What you can do is play it silently. There is a way to do it. So if you guys that are drummers or in second-story apartments are pissed off because you can't practice, yes, you can. All you got to do is have a good visualization and you're good. So this is Bailey and Oma, and if you really want to know how to really practice without anybody really kicking your butt on it, you need to visualize. That is what a drummer does. He visualizes everything. And if he can do it, he will. The power is inside you. So blessed be. Thank you.